I was watching a documentary right now about, you know, life after death, people that have survived being dead. And one lady was underwater for like half an hour, and she still was able to live. Miraculously, there was an ambulance at the side of the road where there would never be one because it was in Chile back in the 90s, which was less likely even then. So then it starts showing these mediums and all these people trying to do seances to communicate with the dead. People don't seem to realize in this country, certain races don't realize that if there is life after death, which there is, in another place, in another realm, it's not for us to be learning that and putting scientists to study us and all this. This is the problem with humanity that was started, I think, in this country or in the British. It's not the Hispanics or the Africans or anybody trying to learn all this. It's the, sorry to say, but certain European countries that want to investigate and make a big deal out of the brain and the heart and are we dead, are we not dead? No. It's, I find those seances, those mediums that go to shows so stupid. Because it's like, oh, I see a man, he's your father, and he wants me to tell you that he's okay. They're all okay on the other side, okay? They're all okay. There's nothing to study. There's anything to be said. You have to leave the dead alone because for whatever reason they had to go and we stayed. People need to stop studying life, stop wondering if there's extraterrestrials out there. They have to stop going to the moon and all this crap, waste of time, and learn to be more kind, more human. That is the message from everybody that has ever been, that was a saint or whatever, Jesus, God, anything that was good. The message is this: be good to the next person, to your neighbor. Okay? The only ones that I think should not be around at all are rapists, people who abuse other people, who have no soul, really. Those are like living demons. That's just a description in the Bible and all the religions. Demons. Yes, there are demons. Guess what? They're right here. It's us, some of us. In the middle of everybody that's good, there are people that should be labeled demon because they have no remorse. They'll do horrible acts to other humans or animals and get away with it. Okay? Anybody with a damaged soul, those are the ones that don't need to be here. They should spend all that money on finding those horrible people that have hostage people in their basements and torturing them. Kind of Hannibal kind of people. Out. The jails should not have those people in there. They should be on the ground dead. Okay? Finding out about spirits and stuff is not going to make you smarter. It's not going to give you anything. Think about it. If we were meant to do all that, then our Creator would have done it. He gave us water. He gave us trees. He gave us caves. He gave us so many things for us to use as shelter and food and definitely water. And what people have done is turn it into commercialism, thinking we must be a society to evolve, to get better. Let me tell you something. Commercialism has nothing better for humanity, only made it worse. Because just like there are people who are like demons, as the label, they have no soul. They can hurt others without any feeling. The ones who love commercialism are those that use others as servants. Okay? That's it. That's the only reason why they invented commercialism, so that some woman could be having maids and butlers and all that, and a man too. They don't want to do anything for themselves. So instead of having everyone having a shelter where to live, because if that was true, that we should have commercialism and everything, then there would be no homeless, because everybody would have a job, everything will be fine. But in society, all those people that are greedy, they take away jobs by creating robots. There is envious people that will kill to get a job that you have. You know, all that envy, greed, all is involved with commercialism. And yes, you have people, oh, I made it, because it doesn't matter if you're born poor, you can make it if you want to. That's bull crap, okay? If you were a family that was oppressed back in the day, and it's only been like 65 years ago that they opened the beaches for every color, then those families might not have had the chance like everybody else. And it's not just the white people that enslaved the African Americans, because there were a lot of different kind of slaves before that. The Jews were slaves, the Chinese were slaves, the Japanese were slaves. Everybody was freaking slaves, okay? That was just the largest amount. And there are people that were enslaved, that their own kind of people were the ones that enslaved them. So it's not about a certain color or a race. It's about humans who have not evolved, because having a business, being a millionaire, a billionaire, wealthy or whatever, that does not make you enlightened. It does not make you evolve. It only makes you darker if you don't use it for righteousness. If you can sleep at night in a bed knowing that your company tore down millions of people, that your company erased jobs because that you're so greedy that you need to put robots to work so you can have more money, you're killing humanity. Because where are the humans that are taken out of jobs going to go? Why are there so many homeless nowadays? Because all these robot machines, all people working online, eventually there's going to be no jobs for you either. And I'm talking about the little online people. I'm talking about people who sell on Amazon and stuff like that. Your carpet is going to be pulled from under your feet, believe it or not. Because once Amazon, a big company, goes into globalization and there's going to be like only a few big people on the top, they're only going to have the people that they need to survive on the bottom of them. The basic. Why do you think they have food being grown in labs, GMO and all that? Because they know they're messing it up for everybody. There's not enough food for everybody. The way they mass produce everything, they're damaging the planet. So there's going to be nothing left for millions and millions of people. So they got to reduce the amount of people so that they could be greedy and have it all for themselves, whatever's left. So they'll only keep the very minimal necessary people like doctors, nurses, and stuff like that, and people who run their air conditioner and their whatever future cars they're going to have. So stop studying what happens after life. Live life now. Take your kids to the park. If you're going to get married to your husband or wife, love them. Don't waste your time marrying someone then to be cheating. Don't waste your time doing stuff that it's not fruitful. So that then you can regret it when you're about to die and say, shit, I shouldn't have done that. I wasted short time of life being stupid. Don't study why or what's the purpose of life. There is no purpose. If there was a purpose about growing money and everything, God would have said, here's this building for you and this factory for you, and you're going to be the owner of this and that. No, he wants us to get it ourselves. And to get it ourselves means be kind to others. Don't be greedy. Let your ego go. Everything seems to be in that direction. When are you going to get it? Your ego, your laziness, you want to make money with your head so that you don't have to wipe your ass. That's what's ruining the world. Don't learn anything. Just live. You know, everybody should have shelter. Nobody should be in the street in the damn cold, hungry and cold and losing their mind because little by little, no nutrition. That's what happens, you know. Not everybody's an addict. And there is definitely, what do you call it? Racism, even in addiction. Like addicts of alcohol, nobody cares about them. They have to do it themselves. Same thing with drugs. But then you have the obese people. They have servants all around them. People serving them, treating them. They'll be good for a while because they produce money for the doctors and all these people that make money out of them, having surgeries on them and renting them, the ECVs and all that. And but eventually, when they can't get any more money out of them, if they get poor, they end up in the street too. So why do obese people get treated and the rest get thrown out? Why do we have to have compassion and not call a person obese when they are, and that's what you are? Why is it okay to point the finger at someone that says, you're a drug addict, I'm not going to help you. You're an alcoholic, I'm not going to help you. But the obese person gets food brought to their home and gets treated with so much eggshell walking around them. Nobody has learned anything, only a few. There's people starving around the world, suffering amongst garbage that is mass-produced because everything is make it today, throw it away tomorrow. That's terrible. Not appreciating the planet, the earth, nothing. What is there to study about humanity? Study yourself. Become a better person. Don't let your ego get the best of you and everybody.